Hi everyone, it's Steve from Corporate Gone Country. I'm an ex-corporate guy just trying to do country things. And doing country things means kind of diagnosing problems and trying to fix them yourself. Today's problem is I borrowed a pressure washer from my brother-in-law and I managed to bust that tube right there on the trigger spray handle. I got a bunch of parts here that I need to replace and I'll walk you through that. It's a Homelite pressure washer. 2700 psi. Well, unfortunately, I was pushing down on this too hard and I managed to snap the original pressure washer wand off of this trigger assembly here. But I was just putting too much pressure on it and boom, it snapped up like that. That's just a Corporate Gone Country lesson learned. I did manage to unhook the hose from this fitting here, but all this looks like a unit that's pretty well crimped together. I'm not sure it comes apart any further, but I'm finding that the other end here is kind of a unit as well. I'm not sure all this comes apart. I don't see any threads here. So I'm rapidly coming to the conclusion that all this is an assembly that hopefully I can buy off Amazon or Home Depot or something like that. But I'm going to go inside and jump on the internet and see what I can order. I wanted to reuse the hose, and to be honest, I tried to get this assembly off of it, but I never could get it to unscrew. I went ahead and decided to just get a whole new unit. So what I did buy was the trigger handle for the pressure washer. I bought a hose that has two nice screw couplings on it, so that'll go nicely in there. And also I bought a new fitting that goes in the back of the pressure washer. This is crimped right here and I wanted to try and reuse this fitting, but so I put some vice grips on here and a crescent wrench on this, but all I was able to do is spin it in this crimp fitting and not actually get this fitting off. So that precipitated the need to buy another fitting. It was like $7, and that will tie in nicely to these screw couplings. And you know, I could have reused this extension. Once I got everything pulled apart, I went ahead, because my brother-in-law was such a nice guy and let me borrow his pressure washer, I went ahead and replaced this wand also. So the total price of the couplings, or the hose with the couplings, the trigger handle, the fitting that goes in the back of the pressure washer, and the wand, that was about $105 total. And then I bought about $5 worth of silicone grease that I'll use to lubricate O-ring gaskets and that type of stuff. So this whole thing ran me about 110 bucks. By replacing all this, it should just make it better for a good long time. There's an O-ring gasket, a rubber O-ring gasket on this outlet fitting here. And I'm just going to use a little bit of silicone grease that I got from Ace Hardware and a Q-tip to apply just a tad there to keep it lubricated and make sure that I increase my chances of success that it seats properly. So the hose also has an O-ring gasket right there. And so I just applied a little bit of silicone grease to it. I did that on the other end of the hose as well. And then I just put a layer of Teflon tape over the threads for this outlet coupling, just kind of as an insurance policy against leaks. So now I've got everything lubricated and I'm just ready to put this in the outlet nozzle here. And it's screwing in pretty nicely. I'll get my crescent wrench. And hopefully that grease I put on there will help it to seal and seat. And I'm going to give it some pretty good pressure here, but you can see it's flush. That fitting is flush all the way up against the outlet nozzle. So I think that's good. I'll go ahead and unscrew this coupling. You can see what I'm doing if I use my other hand. That's nice and tight. Now I'm ready to hook up my wand. So here's my trigger handle and the other end of my hose. I've lubricated that O-ring gasket in there with some silicone grease. Got a little 1 layer of Teflon tape on the inlet nozzle right here of the trigger handle. And I'll just go ahead and get that nice and tight. So I can just take my wand here and turn the coupling, and that's in there.